Good morning, all children. That Python chapter, that chapter constructive interactive, that chapter only if and else topic is there to complete the that chapter, because only in your syllabus if and if else topic is only given. So I am having one PPT here. Let's discuss the PPT about the same topic, statements if and else. Programs are written for the solution to the real world problems. A language should have the ability to control the flow of execution so that at different intervals different statement can be executed. It means that you are knowing you had written the programs in 10th also, 8th also, same STL program. Like this, you are line wise you are writing what you want to display in the web page. Like this, here statement is given here. We are saying the statement here. Line wise statement you are writing means you are instructing the program to complete line wise, to execute line wise, like this. And here the structure programming is a paradigm aimed to controlling the flow of execution of a statement in a program by using control structures. It means what you want to display at first and what you want to display the second line, third line. Like this, it will help you to display the program what you want to display. It will help with the help of this flow of statement. A language which supports the control structure is called a structured programming language. Then here, types of control structures. Types of control structures means a structure programming is an important features of a programming language which comprises following logical structure: first sequence, then selection, then iteration or looping, and branching on jumping statement. So in our session this year only we are having the sequence and selection topic, not the looping or not a branching jumping statement. So let's start from the sequence. Sequence is the default control structure. Instructions are executed one after another. It means sequence wise you are writing the program, that sequence wise you will be getting the output. What you want to display at first and what you want to display at the second line, it will help while if you are writing the statement sequentially. So here statement 1, 2, 3 like this you are writing in the program. Then sequence flowchart. How the sequence flowchart help here? Statement 1, statement 2, statement 3 it is given like this, the sequence form it will display. Then how to write the program? See, sequence is the default control structure. Instructions are executed one after another. So this program adds 2 number. For example, it is given here program adds 2 number. First def sum of 2 number. This is the function or function you may made that time only if you are writing the program. So first we are taking num1 equal to 1.5. 1.5 C, it is not a integer type, it is a float type. And num2 under the num2 equal to 6.3. It means the num1 value is 1.5 and num2 value is 6.3. So we are giving the sum function. Sum function means you are adding the 2 number. So what you are adding the 2 number? Sum equal to float num1 and float num2. Float means if you want to add a decimal number, so you have to use a number as a decimal format. So we have to write here float. Float, under that float we are calling num1, plus under the float data type we are calling the num2. So both the number will add and then print the sum is, and here the sum is equal to sum we are calling. Sum we are calling means there sum equal to float 1 num1 plus float 2 float num2 it is given there, their value it will display. So the output of this program is 1.5 plus 6.3 means the sum is will display in the screen, the sum is will display in the screen equal to, and then it will show the addition of 1.5 plus 6.3. Now student, come to the selection part. Selection part means a selection statement causes the program control to be transferred to a specific flow based on whether a certain conditions are true or not. So here in the selection part we are using a if and else conditions. Means if condition we are giving. If condition true, then it will display the message. If it condition is false, then it will go exit from the program, like this, the selection part. Now conditional construct if and statement. Conditional construct, also known as if statement, provide a way to execute a chosen block of code based on the runtime evaluation of one or more Boolean expression. In Python, the most general form of condition is written as here, like this. First you have to give the condition, if first condition, and listen, if you are giving the condition, after that at the end of that condition, but you have to write a colon also. Colon you have to write it, colon must be there, because here it will show the statement which condition you are writing on that statement, it up to there only. So first you write the condition and then the first body. First body means what you want to display. Then write the second condition, third condition, like this you have to write the whole program. Then flowchart of that if else statement, it is given here. Condition you are knowing, condition how to put the condition. If marks is greater than this marks, if then go to, if it match then go to the true condition, if it not match then go to the false condition. Like this it is showing here through with the help of flowchart. Statement is also given, and else part also you have to give what you have, what you want to print, and then if true part also you have to give. So conditional construct if else statement. Each condition is a Boolean expression and each body contains one or more commands that are to be executed conditionally. If the first condition succeeds, the first body will be executed. No other conditions or bodies are evaluated in that case. If it turns to true, if it matches the conditions, then it will surely go to the true part. Then if the first condition fails, then the process continues in similar manner with the evaluation of second condition. The execution of this overall construct will cause precisely one of the bodies to be executed. There may be any number of if else clause including 0, and the final else clause B is optional. Optional means if you don't want to give, then it will be it is optional only. So here conditional construct if and statement example program. Some programs is given here. First if example you are giving, then at the last you have to write the colon, give the value of a equal to 5, then write the condition. If a greater than 10 colon, print 5 is less than 10. Again print statement after it if statement. You have to, means second line print statement after if statement. If you want to give it, then give, otherwise no need to give the second print also. Then here write the if condition which you are called. At the last you write this if underscore examples. So what is the output of this? Here else is missing. Else is missing here. So because it is an optional statement. So here what is written? A value 5 is given there. So a value is less than 5. So here what is the output? A value is 5 is less than 10, and after that the statement after if statement which we are written in the program, that line also be displayed here. Then some other example, def if else example colon, age equal to 15, if age greater than equal to 18, then as eligible for voting, else part print not eligible for voting. So if you are giving the value, if you are giving the age value, if age value is greater than or equal to 80, then that person is eligible for voting, else part not eligible for voting. Means here age value is 15 is written here. So what will be the output of this? Not eligible for voting, and statement after if statement. Means this line, if you want to ignore that line, so you please ignore that line, because this is the only a print what you want to print. After that one message we are giving that. Then one more question is given here, if elif means else if. So def if elif example is given here, age equal to 27, if age greater than or equal to 60, then print senior discount. If else means elif, one part of elif. If you are writing, then if you are using the two else, then again you have to give the if condition if you want. then you have to write elif. Elif 18 greater than equal to age greater than 60, then print no discount, less than 60, then print no discount, else print junior discount. So like this the condition is given here, and here if age is 27, so what will be the output? No discount. Like this we have to write a program. So here some programs are here. Write a program to read the value of n and check the number is 0 or non-zero. Write a program. So here you have to call the libraries. Different libraries are given there, functions are given there, that you have to call here and then write the program. If it is possible for you, do the practice how to write the program, then afterwards I will show you all the answers of this program. So student, next chapter will discuss some another program also, and now only SQL topic is left for your syllabus, and one day I will discuss the syllabus with you also. Some syllabus this time we omitted 30% the syllabus, only few topics are there to complete the syllabus, and then after that we'll discuss how to write the program, because you are having a doubt how to write a program in Python and SQL. Yes, so first we'll complete the theory part and then we'll start the practical. Practical means I will send you the video, that video you see, and if you are having any doubt, then we'll do one day the Google Meet. That day we'll discuss all the doubts of yours. Okay, thank you.